Hey everybody, Stevo here from Movies and TVs on the Ball. And since it's Halloween time, one thing I thought kind of was interesting was that I kind of thought that Halloween and Chucky, in some ways, they might have a little bit different sort of storyline in the way they deal with with their killer. But thing I've noticed about Halloween and Chucky, or Child's Play, is that both films um, came out 10 years apart. We had Halloween, the first film, coming out in 1978, and we had Child's Play, the first Chucky film that came out in 1988. So Halloween and Chucky kind of had a 10-year um, kind of a 10-year gap between each other. And as I was kind of watching it, you've kind of see looking at it mostly as a series. Halloween has about eight, no, 12 films as a series, and I think Chucky has about eight or nine films as a series, but I've noticed that they both are kind of connected in some ways because they both did reboots, remakes with Halloween. Halloween having kind of a remake in or a remake in 2007 with Rob Zombie's Halloween, and Child's Play with the voice of Mark Hamill as Chucky in the Child's Play films. And both films, I also kind of noticed that they kind of came out with sequels right after the remakes didn't do so well, with the Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends trilogy with the Michael Myers, and Child's Play, or the Curse of Chucky and Cult of Chucky, the Chucky kind of films. But I've kind of, and the other thing I've noticed is that both Chucky and Michael Myers is obsessed with usually one person in the entire film series. You had Chucky, who was obsessed with Andy, which was a male, and you had Michael Myers, who was obsessed with Laurie, who a was a girl, but kind of have that connection together. I think that both film series worked really well. They had interesting kills, um, and I think both of them were done by at the time, or like both. I guess let me say this: both films or first original films were done by independent directors. I think Halloween was directed by John Carpenter, who in 2 years after this did the screen or the thing, and Chucky was done by Don Mancini, who was just getting out of film school, and he actually wrote it during film school, and he had some different ideas. I think in Child's Play 2, it dealt with the the manufacturing company not dealing with it, or not dealing with the events that happened in the first film. But I think Halloween 2 dealt more with kind of the next day sort of thing. But how would you rank? Um, I guess you could look at where they did Bride of Chucky, and they did which came out in '98, and H2O, Halloween 20 years later, came out in 1998, where Laurie Strode was working as a dean. So I was just kind of curious, other details I would probably say is that the Michael Myers mask in um, Halloween 2018 was kind of brittled and stuff, as the same way with Chucky was with the when Jennifer Tilly sewed him back together. But am I? Let me know in the comments below. Do you kind of agree with me with this kind of semi connection um, with Halloween and Chucky and Child's Play? Do you think that the Halloween movies and Child's Play movies kind of feel like they go kind of hand to hand? Would you like to see? How would it, with the, I guess my last comment or last question is, would you like to see Chucky versus Michael in a Freddy versus Jason type film? And how do you think that would probably work as a story wise? Let me know in the comments below. And also let me know what your thoughts are on ranking the Halloween films, comparing them to the Chucky films. And what were your thoughts on the Chucky series um, as well? Let me know. And as always, like, subscribe, and happy Halloween. Peace.